Chris and Chester were high-profile rock stars, and their careers were not slowing down. They were close friends for 10 years, toured together, collaborated on charities, and even were family, as Chester was the godfather of Chris Cornell Jr. Both their wives had a shadowy past related to the so-called oldest trade in the world, prostitution. Albeit no street hookers, these ladies were procured for men with higher acquisitive power, otherwise known as escorts. Later, they were placed as handlers by the industry they were already familiar with. Chris and Chester seemed to have inside knowledge of the Haiti child sex trafficking debacle and how the Jeffrey Epstein ring connected to Hollywood and the music industry. They had names and receipts, and wait until I tell you about their bodyguards and cause of death. The official version with both men is suicide in a sudden fit of depression, with their past addictions juggled in to serve as an excuse. But of course, we're talking about rock musicians, tortured souls by default, addicted, conflicted, and lavished in excess. Most of the people in the industry who died tragically by overdose or suicide were likely murdered. Brian Jones, Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, and Janis Joplin. And yes, even Kurt Cobain, Lane Staley, Andy Wood, and Scott Weiland. Can we all agree that most people suffer some kind of depression and never commit suicide or even attempt it? Most people never achieve in their lifetime the level of artistic and financial success all these people got by the time they were 30. Until we realize that the media has programmed us to accept tragedy as an intrinsic part of stardom, we will be unable to catch these crimes in real time. Never mind the media tried to stick the autoerotic asphyxiation crap to Chris Cornell, just like they did to Michael Hutchence, but it was so ridiculous they recanted after a few days. Some even bring up the copycat suicide version and how Chester sacrificed himself in honor of his fallen best friend on his would-be birthday. If anything, the Linkin Park frontman aimed to expose the killers and protect Chris's children. There is no such thing as sudden fits of depression unless someone is diagnosed with bipolar, and even then, the term is inaccurate. Both musicians were familiar with mental health treatment and had never been diagnosed as such. Depression is not epilepsy. It doesn't come in fits all of a sudden. A bout of depression is something that has to be triggered by unfavorable consecutive life events and develop long enough to bring a person so far down as to give someone suicidal thoughts.